Hello everybody, this is Matt TV, and today we're going to be attacking the 2024 AMC8 problem 21. The problem reads, a group of frogs called an army is living in a tree. A frog turns green when in the shade and turns yellow when in the sun. Initially, the ratio of green and yellow frogs was 3 to 1. Then 3 green frogs moved to the sunny side, and 5 yellow frogs moved to the shady side. Now the ratio is 4 to 1. And what is the difference between the number of green frogs and the number of yellow frogs? All right, so when we see this problem, we see there are two variables. There's a green and there's a yellow. So green and yellow frogs are the two variables in this question. So whenever we see something like this, we should make these into variables. Letter variables G and Y. Now, the problem gives us that the ratio of green and yellow frogs was 3 to 1. What does this mean? That means ratio means G over Y. That's equal to 3 to 1. If we cross multiply, we get that G is equal to 3Y. So that is one thing we have. All right, perfect. Now, the next thing, it says, then 3 green frogs moved to the sunny side, and 5 yellow frogs moved to the shady side. So when 3 green frogs move to the sunny side, that means that they turn into yellow. And when 5 yellow frogs move to the shady side, that means they turn into green. So we can write a new equation, G plus 5, because 5 yellow frogs move to the shady side, so that's 5 extra, over green frogs become yellow frogs, so we do Y plus 3. But we also need to subtract the frogs that just left. So 5 yellow frogs are gone now, so we're going to subtract 5, and 3 green frogs are gone now, so minus 3. And you know that is equal to 4 over 1. So this becomes G plus 2, Y minus 2. So we got G plus 2 over Y minus 2 equals to 4 over 1. And we can cross multiply. So we get 4Y minus 8 equals to G plus 2. And now we have two equations to a note. So we have G equals 3Y. So let me write that up here. G equals 3Y. And we also have that 4Y minus 8 equals G plus 2. If we subtract both sides by 2 or move the 2 over, we get that G is equal to 4Y minus 10 because we subtract 2 on both sides. All right, so now we have an equation with 2 equations and 2 unknowns. So what we can do is solve. So G equals 3Y, G equals 4Y minus 10. In this case, the equation is actually pretty easy to solve because we have equations for G both in terms of Y. So we can just simply equate 3Y and 4Y minus 10 because the G's are the same. So you get 3Y equals to 4Y minus 10. And now we can add 10 on both sides. Let's add 10 on both sides. So we get 3Y plus 10 equals 4Y. And now we subtract both sides with 3Y. So we get 10 equals to Y. So now we get Y equals 10. Perfect. And now we have, if Y equals 10, we can plug in value of 10 back in here. So we get G equals to 3Y equals to 3 times 10 equals to 30. But the question is asking, what is the difference between the number of green frogs and the number of yellow frogs now? So we started off with 10 yellows and 30 greens. But now we got to find the number of greens and the number of yellows now after the green frogs and yellow frogs have moved. So the number of yellow frogs, as we said, there were 10 originally, but 5 of them moved away, and then 3 green frogs became yellow. So now this is 8. And similarly, 30, 5 of them became green, 3 of them left and became yellow. So this becomes 32. And now the difference between that is 32 minus 8, which is just equal to 24. And that is our answer. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. May the force be with you. See you next time.